Well, good afternoon and welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. South Africans have another opportunity to invest in BEE shares. Cement company PPC has announced a top-up black economic empowerment scheme named PPC Phakama. This means rise up in isiZulu. The company says PPC Phakama reflects the company's strategic approach to building a future that lasts through long-term investments and doing the right thing for its people and communities. The PPC Phakama transaction is valued at 2.1 billion rand based on a derived intrinsic equity value of 10.2 billion rand for PPC SA before adjustments for non-controlling and unlisted interest. To tell us more about this is Johan, Claassen, who is the CEO of PPC. Thank you very much for joining us.
Michael.
When did this idea of issuing an IPO come about?
So it came about in 2016. So during 2016, we had a rights issue. And during the rights issue, our original BE 1 and 2 transactions were diluted. Also our BE 1 transaction ran it ran to its term in the end of 2016. So we had to do a top-up transaction. So we decided roughly 18 months ago to start to work on the transaction. So there was a task team put together, and the task team started to work and to put a full scheme together that we announced, that we are very proud to announce today.
So how different is it from other IPOs? In IPOs, for our viewers at home, initial public offering is when a company goes out to allow members of the public to buy shares in a company. So how is it like similar or different to like MTN Putuma shares, MTN Zakele and Sasol Inzalo shares?
So it is similar. The only difference is being done not at the listed company level. It's done at the PPC South Africa level, because we've got a portfolio of assets. Some of the assets is outside South Africa, so the company that need to comply with the BEE credentials is the South African part of our business. Now remember, our South African part of our business is quite a significant business. It is a national business. It literally covers the length and the width of South Africa. So from that perspective, it is a PPC SA transaction.
How viable is it like to invest in a cement company nowadays? Because when you were looking at industry outlook before, if somebody has to invest in telecommunications, it would be based on the reasoning that many people would start using cell phones. When you look at maybe multi-choice, many people would subscribe to DSTV and the likes. So there are problems within the cement industry, and infrastructure development is something which is not the same as it was before the 2010 World Cup, where there was going to be construction of stadia and many people were going to erect houses, guest houses, hotels and so forth. When you look at the 2017, 2018 or 2018, 2019 budget, it doesn't really hone much into infrastructure development in terms of the billions that many people had expected. So, based on that reasoning, how viable will it be?
So let's just talk about how we see PPC and the South African market going forward. So we know that there will not be any magic in the next few months or so. And we obviously, when you ask us about a few months ago or so, we would be far more pessimistic than today. So today we are far more cautiously optimistic. Surely we need some business confidence in South Africa, and business confidence will definitely drive some fixed investment into infrastructure.
Another issue for PPC is that there are now many players in the market. If you are talking consolidation, because I can quote the former CEO, he came before you, he said, Derek Claassen said, the cement industry would benefit from consolidation because there are too many players for the size of the market.
So I can basically say ditto, if you like. So specifically in our inland region, there's quite a number of players for not a significant size of the market. So purely from a number of players and the size of the market perspective, there surely be a case to be made for some sort of form of consolidation. No doubt about it.
So then, when we just bring it closer to home, how much in minimum terms is somebody allowed to buy shares in PPC Phakama?
So PPC Phakama will issue shares. So the shares will be issued into 3 buckets. The 3 buckets will consist of our own employees at roughly 10% of the total value of the transaction. The other bucket will be communities, and the communities is the communities that we operate in. Remember, I said that we are a national company, so we operate in quite a number of communities. So we like to give something back to the communities. So from that perspective, there's a community bucket, and the last one is black entrepreneurs. So black entrepreneurs that has got some other attachment to the company. So, like for argument's sake, that's in the construction industry or in channel management or something in that effect that pulls through cement.
Right. Going forward now, for somebody who is interested in the cement industry, and there had been talks about some cement companies merging in terms of acquisition and mergers. How are the talks going so far? And for anybody to decide, how much time do they have to give the cement industry to sort itself out, to make an announcement on the issue of consolidation, so that they can decide whether they buy these shares or not?
So PPC is really currently focusing on PPC standalone. So PPC came out of a situation where we had a rights issue in 2016. The rights issue, the shareholders put some faith in us to turn our business around. So we are really focusing on making sure that PPC standalone is strong enough. And if PPC standalone is strong enough, then we can pursue some mergers and acquisitions and consolidations and those kind of things. For now, the focus is really making our business on a standalone basis as strong as practically possible.
All right. Thank you very much for making time to talk to us.
Thank you.
All right, we have been speaking to the CEO of PPC South Africa, who is talking to us about the PPC Phakama shares, and they will be issued very soon, and we'll make an announcement right here on News Today. We're going to quickly take a look at how the markets are doing.